Hello, my magnificent Weasels. Welcome back to the Game Cave. I am Weasel Bandit, and I will be taking you through the next episode of Prison Architect. Last time we planned the prison, and it is quite a sight. Quite a prison, quite good if I have to say so myself, and of course I do, because you can't talk to me. But right now, what I will do is that I will actually go on and go ahead and build this place. And rather than building it over a few times, I'll just go ahead and just build it all. Ooh. And then just delete what needs to be outdoors later on. This is gonna take some time. I'm also just gonna do this, so this can come with it, and then put a large jail door there. For those of you who don't know it, you need a large jail door, or no, well, you need a door when you construct a building here and lay the foundation. So, as I said, this is gonna take some time. Right, I might just skip over this in editing afterwards, but yeah, well, you can see up here what my actual game time is. A small bit of advice here while they are still building. Sometimes when you build something of this scale all in one, either building a foundation that is this big, or if you are, well, let's say that you get to the building stage of all the cells, and then you just quick build and copy and then just put them in all at once. Then you will sometimes see, if you go back in the video, you can see that the storage area here and the delivery area here was packed. I don't think that there will be any more deliveries, but it can happen. Let's say that you are building all of the prison cells that I will be building down here and up here. Then you will need furniture, you will need plumbing, you will need walls and all of that. And it's quite massive if you build them all at once. And let's say that all the workers are supposed to place the furniture. But the only things that are available here in the deliveries areas or the storage area is wall or building materials for the wall. Then the workers won't know what to do, because there is simply not enough storage space to have all of the building materials that they need. So they'll just walk around waiting for something to happen, and if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. So what you need to do is either, well, I don't know if there is several options. Well, something you definitely can do is to increase the storage area. Just go in rooms here and then just take storage and then just increase it all the way until you don't need any more space. That usually works for me, but it takes a couple of tries or a couple of times where it happens, where you wonder, why aren't my workers doing anything? They're walking around all over the place, but they are not building. And well, that can be the reason for it. Just my 2 cents. Also, if you want to see exactly how much work is still to be done, this can be quite difficult to see here with there's grass here and concrete floor there, and yeah. You can't go into foundations or materials or objects here, and then all of the white squares, not those whites or those whites, but these whites right here. Let's say a transparent white frame or square means that there is a job queued. So all of these white squares, you can see down here, nothing has been done, so it's all white squares or transparent squares. Whereas up here, some of the work has been done. And I don't know what the algorithm for these workers here are, but they go over it and then do like half the work, and then they go back and do half of that work, and then they go back and do the rest of the work. I don't know. It's a weird way to do it, but once you are familiar with it, you know how long they've got left to work on it. It's quite weird, but nevertheless it works. So back to waiting. I keep on waiting for the prison to be built. I keep on waiting to imprison those with guilt. I keep on waiting for the workers to finish. I keep on waiting, and I can't think of anything else to rhyme with that. Alright, now the workers are completely finished with all of this on the first go, and as you can see up here, now they are going over it once more. And yeah, it takes a while to do this, and I have 500 workers now. It's a bit overkill to have that, as I mentioned in the last video, but hey, you can do that if you have the free money, the unlimited money perk from the beginning, or you can build smaller portions of the prison, have that finished, and then move on to the next. So you are, well, how to say it, occupied while the workers are building. Or of course you can just do this once and then just go out and make a sandwich until the workers are finished. Alright, looks like they are just about finished. Whoa, that took a while. Well, I could have just stopped staring at it and then done something else while I did it, but then I wouldn't be around for you guys now. So, alright, let's just... alright, yeah, I know. If you haven't unclicked this yet, you might want to do that. No, you know what? I'm gonna leave it on so you can see what it does, and then you can decide for yourself if you want it or not. And there's just a few jobs left. There's one there, and I don't see anything else. So yeah, now can you see? I've paused the video now. This is what happens when the foundation is complete. It will you be using a drum, apparently. Be making a beat to a rap song. If I could rap, I would do that right now, but that would just sound very, very wrong. Alright, what has happened here is you see all of these small squares. Those are actually job markers for a light that is supposed to be built or put in by the workers. That's because we have enabled the auto light. I'm just gonna unenable that, or disable it, if you will. And well, I think it's fairly self-explanatory that it automatically puts in lights. And I've left it in both to show you guys, but also because some of the places I would actually like to have the lights in, like in the cantinas here. I'm just and in the kitchen down here, you know, I'm gonna remove them here because I'd like to place the lights in the cells by myself. And well, the reason that you may want to disable it is because that you don't really have any influence over where it where the game will put the lights. Like, for example, up here, it has put the lights squarely in the middle of a soon-to-be-built wall. That's just plain stupid, and that's just what happens because the game don't know what you've actually planned here. So that's why I sometimes leave it off. Other times I leave it on because then I don't have to place the lights like in the cantinas or in the buildings down here, for example. But you may do what you want and how you like it to be. But let's see, this here will be the yard, so I won't be needing anything there. No, neither will I need something in here, because I will be building that myself. And yes, like that. I think that I will keep the lights inside the buildings here, because, well, except for this place, that place, and this place, and that place, and this, and this, and that. It works fine. Alright. Yeah. It may be overkill to use that many lights in such a small room, but yeah. I do a lot of things overkill today. Right. So, just fast forward here again and let all the workers build these lights. Meanwhile, I will be designing my prison cell. So I'm just gonna do a concrete wall all around here, and then we will design how the prison cells will end up looking. Alright, I will need a jail door, and I'll be building one right here. And for those of you who don't know it, you can, if you click the middle mouse button, you can turn these around, and you can see that the jail door there moves in this direction. If you want some kind of symmetry like I do, then you can double click the middle mouse button and then build that door, and then in a little while you can see how that works. Boom! See that? Now they both... I can lock them here for you if you can see. Shut and shut. Yeah. So there's some garbage in the way there, so it can't see. But you can see it moves in that direction and moves that direction. So that's really what I want, to have some symmetry, so they both move inwards towards this, the middle of the 4-cell square. I don't know what to call it. Right. Now what we want to do is to check here all this. Yes, thank you. Leave this be, because this will, you can read about what it does in the description there, but it saves you if you're about to get fired, and it doesn't take long to research. So if you start to research it now, you will waste it. So wait until you are in a pickle or in trouble. Right. Rooms, we will be building cells right there, and then we will just remove that there. Great. So we have cell there, cell there, cell, cell. Righty. Okay. And I will be trying to design this. I can't really remember how I did it last time, so I'll just go ahead and try and then come back to you once I'm finished. All right. Alrighty then, this is the finished 4-cell square with 4 cells. It may look chaotic, and yeah, well, it might be, and it's definitely overkill. Like there's this weight bench I don't really need that for the cell. I've designed this cell to be how to say it, practical, and I've designed it to save me or save the inmates time to do what they actually want. And what they want is that they need physical activities. So I've put the weight bench in their own cell, so whenever they're having free time, they can just go into their own cell and then do physical activities. So that helps that a bit. I've also sometimes exchanged this for a phone booth to put in here, and that does that they can, whenever there's free time and they can do what they want, they can go into their cell and they can call their family. So basically, you can take care of a couple of their needs. You could also put a phone booth right here. Technically, it wouldn't interfere with how they walk in, but well, there's got to be some limits to the insanity. But well, this works if you want a 10 out of 10 prison cell. So, and of course, I've bulldozed this right here. Place here, so this is actually outside now. And with that in mind, now comes the part that I'm most proud of. The cloning, where you can just clone each 4-cell square. This comes in handy in so many ways, because it's much faster than copying how you usually would copy if it wasn't optimized for easy copying. It takes a while, but it's so much faster and so much easier than regular building when you need 500 cells in a hurry. So this is gonna take some while too. Let's just fast forward here again. Oh, I made a mistake there. I just waited for me to do that. If you happen to do that, I clicked here instead of clicking here, and as you can see here, that screwed up some of the design. You have to do two things: go into objects and then right click and hold, and then going into rooms and right click and hold. That way you cancel what you did there, and then you can go back to quick build and then just continue. It happens sometimes, and there's an easy solution for when it happens. Great, so now all of these cells are about to be built. And as I showed you before, you can see it's all packed up here, and the delivery trucks are moving in with it all. So it's just, oh, I forgot something. It'll be a lot easier for you if you just clear out the room here, all of the rooms. And if you have built this already, quick build once again to just put in the rooms or the cells here. And the reason for that is because it will make things difficult for you if you don't delete this storage room right here, because then when you build a door, there will be a little bit of storage room right there in that space, and that will screw up the cell plan in there. So just do that. And you can also build a bigger storage room, or increase it like the, oh, that's not storage, that's deliveries, of course, deliveries like that, of course, yeah. And then build out the storage room like that or something, so that effect, just so there's enough room for it. And then just delete the room here or something. Then they will take everything in here, and so you can see it's pretty packed. Everything here is packed, and if all of these spaces were occupied with stuff that the workmen didn't need for the job that they had been assigned at the moment, they wouldn't know what to do. So you can always just, if you're stuck and the workmen don't work, then you can just increase the storage room, and that will help. Don't worry about all the blinking, flashing things, lights and indicators here. This will be dealt with in the I think the 4th video, if my planning is correct, where I will go over and building utilities in the whole prison here. So that will take a little while. But for now, just lean back and wait for the workers to finish building the cells. Of course, you can use the time here while the workers are building to bulldoze the inner little yard that each of the prisoners have, which will be their window. Oh, yeah, bulldoze, not building, which will be their window to the outside, and that's also gonna take some time, but well. If it helps the prisoners be a little bit more happy, then by all means do it in my book. Of course, that might be wrong, but we won't know until the uprising and the riots and when I'm dead. Or before I'm dead. But at least future generations can look at this video and see, ha! You shouldn't have done that. If you happen to making a mistake here, like deleting or bulldozing more here than you're actually supposed to, you can always go into the quick build and then just click again here, and that will fix the mistake after they have removed what you have deleted. It won't work if you do it beforehand, but afterwards it will work. Great. Now that it's light outside, I can show you how it looks if you accidentally missed some place during the bulldozing phase. If you didn't actually get to a place here, and it looks like I got all of them, so I can't really show you unless I do something about it. So I'm just gonna put this back in, and then just gonna wait until they've done that. Okay, that didn't take long, but let's see there. Great. See a difference? Down there, you forgot to I forgot to bulldoze. So, it's because the light enters through the window, and through the magic of light we can see. And we can't see anything here, it's pitch dark. So we'll have to bulldoze something in order to see, which makes total sense. Of course. Right. Great. To be sure that I haven't missed anything, I want to delete my planning things here. These are my planning. What's left of the planning stage. So I'm just gonna delete everything here. And that way I can see if there's any transparent squares marking a job that hasn't been done yet. Alrighty. Of course I don't want to do this because then I will delete what I've planned in the cantina, which hasn't been built yet. So that's not... that won't be productive to do that. Great. Let's see now. It looks like the workers are finished, so it could actually be that all the cells are done. Wow, wow. And the storage area is all but finished and yeah, or depleted, or how you would say it. Well, it looks like the cells are done. Now just a few adjustments again. Building the walls here, separating the cell blocks from the kitchen. Building one in the upper part here and building one in the lower part here, and then just remember to reverse what I say. I don't know what happened there. It was a brain fart, of course. And no, of course. Let's just say I'm Australian. Everything's upside down there. Well, great. And also we want to separate the different cell blocks. So we want to have a wall complete down there. And also here. Okay, on here. Yes. And also here. And just a reminder how the cell blocks works. There are 9 squares with 4 cells here and 9 squares here. This is one entire cell block, and also there 9 and 9 and 9 and 9, and then because we didn't have enough space, 2 times, oh well, not we have 6 and 6 there. So those cell blocks will be separated in order to keep the prisoners contained. Wrong place. If you do that, if you make something, just right click on it and cancel it. There it is. Right. And by keeping the prisoners contained, we make sure that if a fight or something does break out, we can contain it. Great. Now we also need doors. We need a door there and just also here. And I want to flip the door over for symmetry, and then just do that all the way down. If you happen to come across some place like this where the wall hasn't been built, if you simply click this on there, they will build the door and then they will build the wall around the door. So even though there is a door, there is a glitch there. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But to make sure that it doesn't happen, you can right click and delete the wall frame there and also there, and then you can make sure that the door will work just fine. Here I like to do this because this cantina is smaller than the other, so just remove 2 there and then that and flip and put there. Great. And then also do the same down here. So there and there. And that place and that place, and flip, and we are almost done. And then of course just do the same up here. Oh, we've done that, so we just need to put in the doors. Woohoo! Oh, I just forgot something. Another brain fart from my side here. We want to make these doors staff doors. And, well, the flipping doesn't work on staff doors. I don't think so. We'll just have to live with that. And the reason for that is because, well, it's the kitchen up there in this room here, and we all want the staff to be able to lock that door from regular prisoners. So that is why. Of course, it has been built down there, so we will have to dismantle those doors. And those doors as well. And those doors as well. And we haven't built any doors there. Wonderful. Great, so another staff door. There. And there. And there and there. There and there. Sorry about that. And then there. Great. And then just put some doors there again. Oh, like that. Great. Now the different cell blocks are actually just about finished. And what I've done here is that I've created 528 cells that are 10 out of 10. We can see it under logistics there and room quality there. Grade 10, you can see. The small zero, or not zero, the small minus or the small note in front of this, in front of the slash there, means that the prisoners are actually qualified for a certain kind of cell. And it's actually a user on Reddit that made me aware of this when he commented on my first video here, that some prisoners they only deserve like a 5 out of 10 room or a 1 out of 10 room because, well, if they've been naughty. So if you build only 10 out of 10 rooms, and like say if you put someone in detention, no, it's not detention, lockup. If you put someone in lockup in the shoe, then the guards won't remove them from the lockup because they don't have any place to put them. So what we can do there is we can like say in all of the cells here, these 6 times 4, that's in these 24 cells here, we can remove all of the desks. Because if we remove one of these things that are on this list, like the office desk, the shower head, the TV, the radio, the bookshelf, the chair, then we will downgrade it. We can also remove the window, or the bookshelf, the TV, and so on and so forth. So in here we can remove like 3 items, in here we can remove like 2 items, and then 1 item, and then later on I'll have to experiment with that, and I'll do that in these videos. But one thing that is important to remember here is if you remove the shower head, you will have to build a shower room for your prisoners to shower in, for the prisoners who doesn't have a shower head in their cells. And then you will also have to book time for it in the regiment here. So you'll have to have a shower like up there. So from AM to 9 AM, from 8 AM to 9 AM. Wow, it's getting kind of late, I think. I'm getting tired in my head. Well, so we'll have to do that. So I would probably prefer to keep the shower in because it saves a lot of time. Because they can just shower whenever they want to, and that frees up time for working or for doing something else and just keeping your prisoners happy. So that's what I want to do if I were to choose. But this I actually like. We have built the prison cells, and they are ready for the cantinas and the kitchens to be built, and that will probably be what I will do in the next episode. So thanks for being at the Game Cave, guys. I appreciate you being here. And one last thing I will do before I go is, from now on we won't need as many workers here. So I'll just fire like 100 or 200 workers perhaps. Yeah. Yeah. So now I've fired like 150 workers, and you might think, why would I do that? And that's simply because now we've built all the massive builds. We've built the entire prison, or the entire outside, the entire foundation of the prison. We've built all the cells. From now on, we'll just need to put in some kitchens, some rooms, something there, build a yard here, and well, that's not going to require as many workers. And I've gotten $11,000 in negative cash flow down from before I fired them. So that did some good for this. Remember, the goal of this playthrough is to keep it under $5 million, and then get into a positive balance. Balance. I remember it. I couldn't remember it last time, and it's just, I could have just looked there. Bank balance. It says right there in green. I suppose it's green because I'm colorblind. Either green or yellow. Don't judge me. Well, the goal is to get a positive balance in as few days as possible. And we've already been at this for a fortnight, so it's about time to cut some costs. Well, that being said, I'm quite pleased with this. So, thanks for being here at the Game Cave, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Weasel Bandit out. Bye.